Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Ay, still not understanding this logic. Back then I'm better.
Yeah, I'm a little hungry. You know.
Don't let me just let up. I wanna get you better. Maybe it's whatever. Somebody gotta step up. Somebody's on that stuff. Be bad for little catch up.
It's YouTube.
To see that you're fed up. I am on a whole nother level. Girl, he only over cause you let him. Girl, I guess he didn't know any better. Girl, that man didn't show any effort. Do all I can just to show you it's special. Certain it's your love that holds me together. Lately you say you've been killing the vibe. Gotta be sick of this guy. Pull up skirt, get in the right. Left hand is steering, the other is gripping your thigh. Light up a spliff and get high. Shawty, you deserve what you've been missing. Looking at you, I'm thinking he must be tripping. Lady, slow phone, I'm just sitting. Run. Said he keeps on playing games, and his loving ain't the same. I don't know what this that ain't, but what a shame. If you were mine, you would not get the same. If you were mine, you would top everything. Suicide in the drop, switch your lanes in the thing. So fly, baby, no propane. Not good, girl, can I be framed? Keep it 100, girl, I ain't no saint. But he the only reason that I'm feeling this way. Giving you the good, baby, when you get station. Yeah, baby, that's in the tray. Okay.
So I got myself some sushi, a hamburger, and some mashed potatoes. I'm really hungry. And then I got this soda, right? This is really good soda, but the only problem is that I just dropped it over there on the floor. So now I'm scared to open it. But either way, I'm gonna chow down. Okay, hey guys, so I'm just gonna talk to you for a little bit. So I finished my dinner, which is the hamburger and the mashed potatoes, and I've been watching Friends for a little bit. And now it's around like 5:51, so almost 6 o'clock. Sometimes I'm just now like getting home and showering because practice never ends on time. Today it ended on time, which I was surprised about and very happy about. But I want to talk to you about like what I do like after I eat sometimes. I might do some homework, or I might do this Bible study, or really I might fall asleep. You know, it really depends on the day. So this is like a Bible study guide. It's called Define, and it's Who God Says You Are by Priscilla Shire. I've never heard of her until now, and I'm in this Bible study group with my friends at church, and it's really good. It's really good. Like, you know, youth group's not really my thing at my church anyway, or like I've tried for years to get involved. It's just, well, it didn't work for me. I didn't feel anything from it. Really, it didn't work for me. This, like being one-on-one, more intimate, this works for me. So it's a 8-session Bible study for teen girls. I mean, you have to order it online or whatever. My like Bible study girl group leader, she bought them for us, so that's awesome. And I'm gonna read you the back here, and it's like, who are you? Right? Who are you? You are a miracle. And that's exactly what the study is about. Your true identity. Who you really are. The culture will try to define you. Your past may try to label you. The enemy will seek to deceive you. But no one has the authority to give you your name, your identity, except your Father. And he says that your uniqueness is an expression of his his creative genius, and is designed to reflect his glory. Join Priscilla over the next 8 weeks and begin to understand what it means to be created in God's image and recreated in Christ's image as his masterpiece. Once you discover who God says you are and the spiritual inheritance that you have, you can start walking your true identity as a daughter of the Most High King. And it's lifeway.com/defined. I'm pretty sure that's where you can buy the book. If you're at all interested, which I 100% recommend. I just finished week 2 and I'm like starting week 3 just now, and it's really engaging. So it tells you what scriptures to go to, what scriptures to read. It asks you questions about scriptures. It helps walk you through everything. It definitely can get personal, but that's what challenges you. You want to get personal with these things so you can grow your relationship with God and Jesus. Like, it talks about struggles and stuff, and you realize that you're not the only one going through what you're going through. And for so long, I felt like I was the only one going through such things because no one talks about it. Like, it's like shunned. Like, why is it shunned? Like, why does no one talk about it? Like, everyone's ashamed of it because, it's a sin, or you're just ashamed of it for whatever else reason. But you realize that you shouldn't be ashamed of it, and you should give it to God and bring it to the Father. He will exhilarate you. What's the word? He will free you from the burden or in the shame that you're feeling, and it feel like a weight was lifted off of your shoulder. I cannot tell you how much this alone has helped me. This was just like the gateway to so much more that I've been experiencing, and I really can't explain it. I'm going to tell you a story that has happened to me recently. I've been busy these past few weeks, I've been juggling school, sports, just my life in general, after school life. So, like, I'm tired, I might need to record or edit or upload, but I'm just so tired. But I also need to have time for myself to just relax or take a nap if I need to, or like play a video game just so I can still be a kid, So it's kind of hard to juggle everything, and I have to make sacrifices here and there. This past weekend I went to this youth convention, and it's a big youth convention. Every like churches from all around your state get together, and they go to this one church, and you worship together, you praise together, you experience Jesus and the word of the Lord and His presence together. You have fun together, you cry together, all that stuff. It's an experience, and I've been before, and I had an amazing time. This time, however, I went again, right? Last year I went, I didn't have any friends, but I made friends there. Those said friends, I don't know where they are, I don't know where they went. They kind of just like MIA, fell off the face of the earth. It's kind of concerning, but I can't find them anywhere, and they weren't there this time, but it's okay. So I went after my step competition, which I'll insert some videos. Not competition, talent show.
Put your hands together for the Golden Steppers!
So as this preacher is preaching, he's talking about being bold and speaking up and like getting out of your comfort zone, that you shouldn't be ashamed of things because the devil puts that shame in you to keep you quiet, right? He doesn't want you to speak up about your problems because you think you might burden other people, or that it's wrong but you keep doing it, and he's like, yeah, you keep doing it, it's wrong, like don't tell anybody, like just do it in silence, stuff like that, which everyone falls victim to. I've fallen victim to countless times. As he's preaching, I see Jesus. And, I don't know what he looks like. I don't know any of that, obviously. And I can't explain. It's not like I see physical features. It's not like I see the color of his skin or his hair, none of that, right? The only image of Jesus I have is the white Jesus that is like pretty much everywhere, right? That's it. And maybe the black Jesus. But I just see Jesus as Jesus is. Jesus. Like his spirit, like an outline of him, his presence. Like I feel it's a really strong presence that it seems to form a shape. And I'm looking at the speakers down at the altar, and I just kept looking at them, and I'm like, there's something there, right? There's something there. I am looking and I'm staring, but I feel it. Like it's pulling me in. It's like I can't ignore it. I'm like, that's Jesus right there. I know who that is. It's him. And I'm listening to the word, and I'm looking at Jesus. I'm listening to the word, I'm looking at Jesus, and I'm like, what is about to happen, right? I get a vision in the midst of the preaching and in the midst of me looking at the Jesus figure, and it shows me what I'm going to do in the next few moments. And here it is. It said I'm going to get up. I'm going to go to the altar, and I'm going to get on my knees, and I'm going to cry. That is what I saw. And then I felt an overwhelming feeling. I was very overwhelmed, and I was like, I know exactly what this is about. I know exactly why I'm getting on my knees. I know exactly why I'm going to cry. And it was like I'm crying at the speaker on which he was sitting, like where his feet were. I'm going to be on my knees, on like kissing his feet, basically. Like in the Bible, there's this woman that kisses his feet in like repentance, and like because he is to give him glory and to like show respect to him, and much more. But I was like, that is what I'm essentially doing in the vision. But I'm scared because I don't want to get up, and I don't want to go in the altar and in front of all those people, even though they've all done it. We're all there for the same reason, to experience God and Jesus. It's still, they're gonna judge me. They're gonna look at me. They're gonna think I'm weird. They're gonna think, why would she do that? Like, why would she say that in front of all these people? I'm thinking of them too much. But then I think, will I regret this if I don't? Will I walk out of this building, not getting on my knees at the altar, and be like, I just disobeyed Jesus? A direct order, I feel in my heart, and I still feel in my heart, did I just disobey him? And what is going to happen if I, disobey him? So I'm like, I can't disobey him. My flesh is like, no, don't go to the altar, sit in your seat, be half awake like you are, sit here, stay here, don't listen, ignore it. My soul, thank God it's so much stronger than my flesh, my soul, filled with the Spirit of Jesus, is saying, get up. You can't ignore this, you can't. It's screaming in my ear. One is whispering and one is screaming as loud as it can. I was like, I know what I have to do. Mind you, I still don't want to. I'm still scared. The fear has not gone away until it does. And here's when it does. The preacher says, I want you to be bold. He says, we're going to be bold for a second. He says, stand up and raise your hand. This, and this. And here are the 4 things. Depression, anxiety, lust, comparison of others, and there might have been one more, I can't remember. Obviously I'm struggling with some of those, so I stand up and you go to the altar, and he goes one by one. So anxiety, raise your hand. Depression, raise your hand. Lust, raise your hand. Comparison to others, raise your hand. And then the 5th one, raise your hand. And it's not like everyone has their hand up. No, it's like your lust, raise your hand, and you're there. He's like, keep them up, and you're there for minutes, but it feels like hours, right? And I'm like, everyone is looking at me right now. But no one's looking at you. That's in your head. The devil has put that in your head. No one was like, oh, that's weird, that's nasty. No one is like that. Everyone is like, wow, you're so brave. You can feel they're proud of you. And all I could see, I'm not looking at anyone, right? I was like, I can't look at them. My hand is up, and I'm looking at Jesus on the speaker, his figure, and I can see him smiling, feel him smiling, like he's proud of, because I would have never done that unless he told me to, like that. He told me to. He showed me. Saying it was not enough. He had to show me in a vision, and so I obeyed him. And as soon as I put my hand up, I was relieved. I was nervous, I was scared, but I was relieved. And I was so happy. I was so proud of myself, and I just couldn't believe that I saw him and that he was smiling at me. And so what happens? Preacher says, counselors come find these people, come pray for them. So there's 2 girls that put their hand on my shoulder. They asked me my name. I told them my name, and then I start crying. And then they start praying. And as they're praying, I'm crying. I'm still standing up. Slowly, my hand goes down, and my legs give out. And what do? I fall on my knees, and I sob. It's an ugly cry. I am snot dribbling down my nose, water coming from all places of my eyes, like I'm drooling. I sob at his feet. At the altar, near the speakers, where he said I would be, the exact spot, and I did the exact thing. And that I will never forget. And I wanted to share with you because it touched a part of my soul that hasn't been touched before. And it's just something that I feel like needs to be out there. So I'm very proud of myself for stepping out of my comfort zone, being bold in front of thousands of strangers. I don't know those people. All I knew was God. And all I knew was that Jesus was there, and he showed me what I'm going to do. He told me what I'm going to do. And obviously I could have ignored him, could have disobeyed him. I could have had that choice. I contemplated that choice, but I didn't. I didn't take that choice because I said I'm going to leave here disobeying him, and I'm going to feel 10 times worse than how I feel right now. But instead I obeyed him, and I feel 100 times better when I left that room. I still feel it. It's a week later, and I can't stop thinking about it. Can't stop talking about it. I know some of you have been through this and you understand what I'm going through. It's my first time going through it, and you're like, girl, you're happy for me. And some of you are like, well, I want to experience that too. And then there's some of you that are like, oh, this is weird. What is she talking about? She saw Jesus? You can't see Jesus. I know. But I did. I saw him. And I felt him. You think I would lie about that? You think I would go on the internet and lie about that? No. I've been talking about it to everybody. I would not lie about that. If you stuck through this whole testimony, thank you. Get your Defined Priscilla Shire Bible study. Get your little Bible study group going. This is not sponsored, by the way. It just changed. It opened a gate for me that changed my life. So thank you so much for getting this far. Let's continue with the after school routine.